Hi, I'm Rod Gieselman, Chair of the Business Department at McPherson College. Welcome to Melhorn Hall. This is a three-story building. On the main floor here, you'll find the psych and sociology departments, the business professors. Upstairs are the health and physical sciences, and downstairs is where the bulk of the business classes are. This first floor here, there's a variety of classrooms, and they are shared by all of those departments. Business, science, math, health, psychology will all be in some of these classrooms. Let me show you the largest lecture hall. So this is our largest lecture hall on campus. Again, classes from a variety of the departments will be in here. As you can see, this room seats about 55, and that's our biggest room. Certainly smaller than what you'll see at a lot of other institutions. At McPherson College, class sizes are going to be small. I believe the student-faculty ratio overall is 13-14 to 1. In the business department where I teach, it's going to be about 22 to 1. So this would be an unusually large class. Most of your classes are going to be a much more intimate size. You will definitely get to know your professor. They'll get to know you. The professors are here on campus. Their doors are open. You can drop in, get assistance anytime you want. You will not be taught by a graduate assistant or anybody who is not a full-time professor. Now we're coming down to the lower level of Melhorn. We have computer services and the e-gaming center. This is also where the bulk of the business classes will be. The business department offers a degree in business administration, and you pick an area of emphasis: accounting, finance, management, or marketing. Also, the way we structured the program, it's very doable to get an emphasis in two of those areas. In fact, the majority of our graduates do get a double emphasis. Take you into classroom 60. In this classroom, you'll have the economics classes, first year accounting, and some miscellaneous management courses, business law. All right, moving from classroom 60, I want to take you into a little lounge. This lounge gives you a little place to hang out and study between classes. The neatest thing about this lounge is that everything in here was purchased by the business club. Business club is one of the most active clubs on campus, providing all types of opportunities for you to increase your business skills and get ready for the business world. Also want to draw your attention to a little poster we had made up. This poster lists companies that our alumni have gone on to work for. There's a lot of names you'll recognize on there: American Airlines, Goodyear Tire and Rubber, Square Inc., Fastenal, Ameriprise, etc. A lot of these job opportunities started from our outstanding internship opportunities. Hopefully while you're here, we want all of our students to do at least one internship while they're here, and best case, you'll be able to do 2 or 3 internships. Those are the beginnings of figuring out what you want to be when you get done with college, and hopefully the start of your career. Take you down to this hallway, and this might be a little hard to show on the video, but I just want to point out on the wall here we have our motto: study with us now or work for us later. We want to be training the managers, the CEOs, the upper level managers. We're not here to train you to be entry level and stay there. This is our newest classroom, and frankly, I love it. It seats 42 students. Again, most of the courses in the business department will be 20-some students. In this classroom, you will have a lot of the finance classes, management classes, and currently I'm teaching investments class, which is all about stocks and bonds. One of the neatest things about our department, our investments class actually manages a portion of the college's endowment. It started 6 years ago when they entrusted us with $100,000. We did so well, they gave us another $100,000. And since that time, under the students' management of that portfolio, it has grown to over $400,000. As you can see with this classroom, we have all the latest technology. It's fantastic for the teacher to be able to move from PowerPoint to Excel to whatever internet, whatever we need to show you. Another thing I like to talk about with the business department is that every one of our business professors has been a manager in the real world, in their field, before coming here. And we won't hire a professor who doesn't have real world experience. Not only does that allow us to sort out the material and teach you what is most important, but we also know what employers expect. And we do a better job preparing you for the real world because of that experience. With that, I'm going to turn it over to a colleague of mine who's going to show you the science area of Melhorn Hall.
Hello, I'm Carrie Rathbone. I'm a professor here at McPherson College in the Natural Sciences, and we're on the top floor of Melhorn, on the third floor here, where we have all the classes for the sciences, including classes in biochemistry, chemistry, environmental stewardship, the biology majors, as well as several health science courses. So right now we're going to be entering in some of the labs. We're going into the specialty labs. First one is going to be microbiology. So this is our microbiology space. Every student then has access to microscopes for each one of the stations. And they're able to do, besides learning the basics, we're able to do some research in microbiology. We've got a couple of biosafety cabinets, two different types for the type of research we have for either making media or working with living organisms. We also have different types or different incubators for different temperatures so students to do research, as well as CO2 water jacketed incubator for some work with cell tissue work. So we do have some classes also in genetics and molecular biology that would also be in this space. So in here we have some of the research spaces for students, and they have access to working with the equipment that we have on hand, including spectrophotometers. We also have some specialty thermocyclers and other specialty plate readers in spectrophotometry to do some research, as well as more biosafety cabinets for working with living organisms in the lab. We also have an active greenhouse. We have students doing research in here right now. So a lot of it's in environmental science, also environmental stewardship, botany, and plant physiology. So we do have some ecology work in here being done by Dr. Fry and some of his students. They're doing some germination of different, what we consider to be wild seeds to look at some ecology work and environmental science work. And we also keep some, of course, some standard plants on hand for research as we need them. All right, next I'm going to show you the general biology, anatomy, and physiology labs. So in here we'd have several sections to our general biology class. And that way we don't have everybody all at once. Everybody gets some individualized attention. We have plenty of lab space in here for everybody doing the different hands-on learning activities. We also have several models that we work with and dissection time for our anatomy classes, which be important for anybody in the medical field or going into biology. We also work with physiology and physiograms, so we have several pieces of equipment with that, as well as working with computers to chart our results. So here we are in the chemistry hallway, and so this hallway has several labs that students would see, especially in their upper lab times. And so in this hallway we have pictorials of different molecular structures that are relevant in biochemistry and biology with the inner workings of the cell. So now we're going to go into one of the advanced chemistry spaces. So we have several hoods along the walls, and this is going to be important for ventilation with these type of classes. So there's plenty of working space. We usually have Organic Chemistry 1, Organic Chemistry 2, possibly the sophomore year for a student that'd be coming in as a first-time student for McPherson College, and probably some work in research can be done in these lab spaces. All right, let's come in here where we have some of our laboratory prep spaces. Over here, you might notice we've got some lab coats. Students are awarded those in the natural sciences as freshmen, and they get to use those in all of their laboratory classes and research areas. On this side, we have a controlled atmospheric vacuum space in which students can manipulate some of their research projects without having oxygen present, making sure everything is atmospherically controlled. So more of our upper level chemistry be occurring in here, especially some of our physical chemistry, also some of the biochemistry be in these spaces. Again, lots of lab space and plenty of hoods for students to keep working. All right, I hope you enjoyed this part of the tour. You got to see a lot of the lab spaces that you would have coming in as a freshman all the way through being a senior. And before you graduate, you get the opportunity to do a capstone project with individualized attention from our professors that we have here in the natural sciences. And after that, you can go on to graduate school or professional programs and graduate from our lovely facilities here. Thank you for visiting.